Alright, welcome back everybody. We're in match 4 of day 1 here. 8-ball Scholars up 2-1 so far. We got the lag here. Looks like 8-ball Scholars has got the lead here. We have got Bob Deturk and Kenny Kemper against Tristan Harris and Scott Stephens. While they're racking, and from the start of most every video that you'll hear my commentary in, we're going to give our sponsors a shout out here. Shout out to Action Palace, Absolute Billiard Service, Creative Cure Kitchen, coming in spring of 2026, a premier late night food option for South Dayton. Action Life Dayton YouTube channel, the one-stop shop for all your Action Palace based matches and all Action Palace Amateur Team Cup events. And also another notable shout out to the Mosses, Andre Jr. and Shannon, streaming for free and giving the local pool community something to talk about. Let's get this match underway here. Should be a good one here. Taking a look at the Fargo comparison, Bob Deturk's 643, Kenny Kemper's a 526. You have got Scott and Tristan 609, 595. Looks like Kenny's breaking here. Got a little action. Rack's kind of sticky. Just got to be careful what you do here. Most of your solids are out in the open. 2 balls kind of shady. You got that little cluster with the stripe, and I believe that's the fly ball there. Stripe's a little on the fuzzy side too, same little cluster. It's all about getting a good start here. Bob to shoot first here. See what side of the balls he goes with. Looks like he's shooting shot the 5 ball there. Still should be okay. I don't necessarily know that he blocked the 3 ball there from going. Looking at the 1 ball here. Pretty good shot. Shoot the 4 ball and roll up. I do believe that 3 ball still goes. It's looking kind of up table here, making that 3 ball kind of questionable. Looks like they're discussing what they want to do here. Looks like Bob wants that cue ball back on that same area that he's in to get back. So roll this forward and leave angle on the 3 so that way you can carry the cue ball over that side rail. Didn't quite lead the angle he wanted. I still think you can roll forward here, give yourself a shot at the 2. Depending on the distance here, like the distance between the 3 and that 15 ball there, he might be able to get a little bit of work out of the cue ball. Oh, he hangs that ball in the corner. It looks like he had enough of the 2 ball. Well, this puts Scott and Tristan to the table here. Stripes are looking pretty good right now. Taking that ball to the side. I don't know about that. Might have left a combo for the side there. I rolled out kind of weird. You hit that with a little bit more speed, create some separation there. So even if you come further down the table, you can still go back up table. Discussing our options here. Kind of got to be careful here. Can't really play too much of a safe. Unless you take over that corner pocket that's got the 3 ball there. That's a relatively safe shot. That was a good shot. And got him back in shape for the 9 ball here. 11 ball's in kind of a shady spot. Not sure Scott has the right angle to be able to stop it. I have to go forward. He might be able to play. Might be able to kill the cue ball up to the top rail. Kill the cue ball to the top rail, come out about an inch or 2 off of it. That was a pretty good stroke. Looks like he's got 2 options. You could take the 11 ball to the bottom left, bottom right, either or. Play it to our bottom left. Have an opportunity to leave yourself on the 12 ball there. Don't really want to take that 12 ball right now. Got to get rid of this problem, get rid of it now. Tristan missed that ball. Very close to playing that 2-way shot and have him tucked up behind that combination of balls right there. Looks like we got Bob up here again. Play the ball to the top right. Or you can play the 6 ball to the top left. Swing the cue ball back out and around, same hole. That's a good shot. 2 ball in the same hole. Just bring the cue ball out. Down on the same track that 12 ball is, and you're shooting in the side pocket. If you under roll, it looks like you've got the corner. Just don't want to over roll this ball. Make the ball and watch your speed. Well, he had excellent speed. But you got to make that ball. Second, we've got Scott Stephens back to the table here. Scotty rolls up for that. It looks like everything should go. Everything should go to that corner there. Again, from that commentary standpoint, it's kind of hard to see the angle. Only the players know what kind of room they have, what kind of clearance they have. That's a good shot. Again, couple options here. You can play either ball. He's going for the 11 ball, going to come back up. Good shot. I love the angle. You can kind of play a stun shot and float the cue ball to the left rail. This is what he's looking at. Tristan misses that ball. It's an uncharacteristic miss for him. Bob's going to make this ball and just swing it out. We're playing that 8 ball on the side again, it looks like. Pocket this 8, puts him up 1-0. 8 ball scholars up. In this particular race, Bob and Kenny up 1-0 against Tristan and Scott. And we're off to Tristan and Scott's break. Again, just some further background as I try to do in most of these commentated matches. I know Bob and Kenny have been teammates for years and years. Again, very successful. Going from, the A division to the Masters and the VNA in Canton. And on the other end, in the Columbus side, you have 2 former BCA state champions. Scott being the more recent winner of the 2, and Tristan the winner of the year previous. Looks like we got Scott here for the break. He's going to Old Faithful with the side break. Most everybody that's been breaking that side break has been able to pocket a ball off a jump street. And looks like we got some action here. Looked like a stripe went down to the bottom right. Not a terrible table. Not a terrible table to start with at all. Stripes, being the more logical thing to start with, I would guess. Still looks like you've got some problems. Don't know if that 10 ball goes to the corner here in the bottom right. Tristan overcuts that ball. Turning over the table again to Bob and Kenny. Still open. Still choice. Again, just looking from my standpoint here, I still think those stripes are the ball choice right now. 2 balls in kind of a fuzzy spot. You've got a cluster up there around the 7 ball that's going to create an issue depending on unless you get to it. Trying to see what they're going to opt here for. Looks like they're going to take these stripes. Like I said, I don't know if that 10 ball quite passes the 6 from this angle. Everything else is in a pretty good spot. He brings the cue ball back over here for the 9 and the 10. Looks like he might take the 12 ball here. Take the 12 ball and missed it just a hair. Trying to carry the cue ball back over to that other side to clear all those balls out over there. They ended up breaking up the pack of solids for Scott and Tristan though, which could hurt in the long run. Scott with an uncharacteristic miss there to the side pocket. Looks like Bob's going to take this 9 ball. Might even have a touch of angle to try to push that 10 ball out, which now is the time to do so if you have it. He as well misses that ball, trying to get a little love off that 10 ball and get it out of there. Got Tristan up here. You probably play a stop shot on this 4 ball. Leave yourself a shot on the 7. Looks like there's enough separation there. Play that 1 ball here. Play the 1 ball right. You can create the angle you want for the 7. A 9 ball missed by Bob. Kind of knocked that combination of the 7-3 out of the corner. Scott with that 1 ball on the side. At least pretty good shot for the 7 here. Kind of like playing this with a little low right here. And kind of get back into that 3 ball. But it looks like we're going to go forward here. Not a bad leave there. Got an option to play the 6 ball here. I don't know if he's got any kind of angle on it. Kind of little angle you kind of want to roll out. Nice draw stroke right there. A good shot on the part of Scott there. You're going to shoot this 2 ball on the side. Leave yourself some angle on the 5 so that you can kind of come back out center table again. Like so. You'll want to come back out probably about where the 9 ball is. Spot on. You can keep it simple here and you can roll that 3 ball to the pocket. That gives you a chance to play the corner or the side. If we're feeling spunky, you could try to move the cue ball back out, which he does. That's a good shot by Tristan. Very controlled stroke. 8 in the corner to make this a tie ball game. And tie ball game we have. 1-1, Bob Deturk and Kenny Kemper, Tristan Harris and Scott Stephens. Now we're back to Bob and Kenny's break here. Again, Back to Bob and Kenny here. Kenny to break this time. Electing to break from that side, like most everybody in this group's doing. But we got some action there. Pretty open table here. Definitely think I'm taking solids here because you've got a cluster over here on the top right rail with stripes right there. Takes the solid to the corner there. Got that 3 ball in kind of a weird spot. Looks like it goes to the top right corner. Get rid of some of this traffic. You can actually get above it. Looks like it comes down to the bottom left here. Looks like he's playing the 6 ball here. That's a good shot. A little overrolled, not too bad. You could still recover from that part of it. Wanted to get deep enough down table to get that, what I believe looks like the 4 ball out of that traffic jam right there at the top rail. Looks like he's playing the 1 ball here. Good shot. Play the 2 ball to the top left. Will take you right into that pack of combo balls right there. And with the right speed, you can hold your shot there. Play the 3 ball on the side and be able to stun up to the top rail. Don't quite want to go all the way to the rail, but you do want to go. Definitely want to go up table. Bob being the higher Fargo here, let's see what he tells him to do here. Looks like Kenny's going to go to the, he took the combo. What a great shot right there. Pretty good shot. A little rough on the leave. Not a whole lot of options. You could probably take that 2 ball up to the top left there, but still got to get back up table. Might even have angle to play it over here in the side pocket. I can't tell if the 8 ball's quite got it covered. That being the ideal shot, if you can take it. See what kind of magic Bob's got up his sleeve here. This acts like he might try to kick this 4 ball. He's going to play the 2 ball. Tried to play the combination there. I don't hate that. Created a little traffic for those stripes now at the top left rail. Not an easy out for Team Scotty Doesn't Know here. Plenty of work to do. I could see a safer 2 played at least. Taking their time here, trying to map out their path of destruction. Looks like they're trying to map their way out to breaking up those balls on the right-hand side rail. Looks like we're going to go down in this corner first, create a little better angle, probably try to get a little closer if they can. This looks pretty good there. Still a rough breakout though, even from this angle, still kind of tough. Good shot there by Tristan. Nice breakout there. Scott's going to take this ball to the right hand side pocket there. That's a good shot. Tristan will play this ball probably with a stop shot. You might even be able to roll up past it, past the 2 ball. A little too much work to do that. I think I like even just a stop shot or a little tiny 1/2 inch to 1 inch draw. You just want to try to keep him off the rail the best you can so you can move the cue ball. Tristan just elects to roll the ball. It looks like they're trying to keep it simple here. I don't know if Scott's got quite any angle to do anything, but keep it simple, just roll up. You can run that ball down the rail to the corner. Scott drew back out of that, but I don't quite know if he's got this ball to the bottom right. It looks kind of tight. So it looks like that Tristan left him a bit straight in there on that ball, having to create a little bit of shape to get out of that position they were in. Could potentially play across side. I can't tell if it's frozen on the rail or not. It doesn't quite appear to be. Don't really have a lot of options here for a safe unless you try to feather the cue ball up to the top rail, and even then that's not really very safe, that is. And Tristan tries to play that ball cross side. Like I said, I didn't know if he had enough clearance to get it or not, but This takes Bob and Kenny back to the table here. I like playing this 2-ball with just a touch of inside. Shooting the 4-ball in the opposite corner. That's a great shot right there by Kenny. Also, the alternative way to do it, I know my own personal game, I'd rather play the inside as opposed to that low left-hand English to get you back out like that. Bob taking that ball to the corner, leaving Kenny for the ball on the side. This ball takes the lead 2-1 for Bob and Kenny when it falls. And Bob and Kenny go up 2-1. With back to Tristan and Scott's break. Scotty to break here. Man, he shred that rack. Got some action. Both sides of the ball's got a little problem. Got that strike ball hanging around the 8 there and the low left rail there. Kind of got a cluster up by the right hand side pocket there with those balls. Got a little work to do here, but nothing these guys can't handle. Miss. Another uncharacteristic miss from Tristan right there. Leads him back to an open table. I mean, at this point, your stripes are relatively open. You just don't quite have a starting point for it. Or you'll have to create one or the other. Again, solid's still not in the best of shape right now. You still have those 2 balls over at the right hand side. 3 balls up here with the 8. That can get real sticky real fast if not played correctly. Looks like Kenny here opted to play that safe there on the top rail. Still not really a very good starting point. Take these solids here, but again, you're digging yourself out of a much larger problem by taking the solid balls at this point. Both sides kind of vying for the chance at those stripes being the easiest of the balls to get out on. Scott opting for the 6 ball there. Nice breakout right there. Opened the table up pretty good with that shot. Very good shot right there. Tristan playing the 4 ball here. Trying to roll up. Don't know if he rolled up far enough to be able to get anything done with that 3 ball right now. Looks like he's going to try it. Looks like we're playing the combo here. Could try on behalf of Scott there. Can't quite tell if he took the pocket over or not. If that ball goes, this could sting a bit. Almost everything is sitting out in the open. Bob is going to play this ball up in the top right. He rattles the ball. Definitely uncharacteristic out of Bob here. Tristan back at the table here. Looks like he's going to take this 1 ball. Gallant effort at trying to get a little separation of that strike ball out of that corner. But poses a problem for both sides in this particular game. Scott gonna play the 7 ball on the side here. Looked like he was trying to get back up here, try to do a little damage to get that ball out of there. You play the 2 ball here. You've got a cushion for the scratch. You shouldn't scratch. And that ball sitting in the corner. Tristan overcuts that ball just a hair. Really, they're not in any harm right now. If I'm Bob or Kenny here, I'm looking at this end of the table in the bottom right. Taking an 11 ball off the 14. You get that taken care of and get, that opens the entire table. You got balls sitting in holes, doing everything that you need to do here. Also, at the same time, you're kind of keeping it pretty basic with that shot by Kenny. Playing half table pattern, which is understandable. No right or wrong, really. As long as you make like I said, you have to make the effort to try to get that, gotta get that 14 ball out of there. And the sooner you do it, the better. Almost like taking this ball in the top right where Bob is standing. Coming out and try to get angle as it looks like he's pointing right now for that shot. At the same time, though, I understand why you don't want to take the ball in the top right. You got a sitting duck there. Easily made from anywhere. Easy to get shape back in shape when you get out of it. Bob is on the right track here. You want a little better angle if you're going to play that shot. He just kind of fired that ball. didn't quite get the angle he wanted anyways. He wanted to come out just a little bit closer to the right hand side pocket here from video perspective. Tristan and Scott back at the table here. Kind of in trouble no matter what you do. Gotta leave this set of balls down here in the bottom right in front of Scott here. Gotta leave those alone. You gotta force a mistake. The only problem is they've got that ball there to be able to play off of it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword either way. Pretty deep discussion about what they're going to do to try to figure that out. I will say though, another viable play here. Always take that 11 ball out of play. Always just pocket the 11 ball, give up the ball in hand. I'm not saying that's the right play here, but it at least eliminates the idea of them trying to break that ball out. Not exactly sure what Scotty was trying to do there. I didn't know if he had room to try to bring that ball up here to the bottom right. That could have been a smart play as well. But again, we're back to Bob and Kenny here. 15 balls in the way, just enough so that they can't see this 11 off the 14 here. Kenny shooting a 9 ball on the side here. Venture to say that Bob's going to create that angle for this shot here. He's lining it up now. I'd say if you could probably put the cue ball where the 15's sitting at right now, probably is your best bet to make it happen. And he pretty much does. It's about as good of an angle as you're going to get on this, in my opinion. Got a pretty big pocket there. As long as you don't hit this super fat, you are fine. What he did, he actually hit that ball very fat. Back up to Tristan here. I don't think that 3 ball has a pocket now. I think we're still in the same predicament that they were in. Although, opposite side of the balls, the 11 ball seems to go to that corner pocket. So, see what they come up with here. Tristan is taking this ball down here, trying to take over the pocket. Played it as a two-way shot. Looks like Scott's going to try to work his way back down here to this 3 ball. Got Bob back to the table here. I'd say they're in pretty good shape. I like playing this ball with a stop shot here. Create just enough angle as long as the 11 ball goes past the 8. If not, you're going to want to try to find a way. About the only other hole it's got is the side pocket there. Again, us commentating from up here, it's just difficult to try to see the angle that they have. All of the shooters know what they have. Any good pool player knows that. See what Bob comes up with here. Playing safe. Oh, what a wonderful shot. What a wonderful shot. Beautiful speed. Locked him up on that ball. Forcing him to kick. Do you believe they can kick to the right hand side rail and up to the top of the table here? Very delicate shot too. Depending on what angle they've been given, you might have to force that cue ball up to the top table. Scott's trying to show him the 2-rail kick, which makes sense. You leave the cue ball up at the top of the table. Looks like we're attempting the 2-railer here. Oh, he opted to go 1. Great hit, great shot. Both teams kind of going back and forth here. Hit that ball in the corner there. Oh, great try at the shape there. Not really sure what kind of option they have here. Again, it doesn't appear that it goes to that bottom left corner. It looks like Bob is going to play this up to where the 2 ball is. Right up at the top left corner there. Going to have to kind of throw that ball. I don't know if he's got enough ball to kill some of that angle or not. Playing it as a 2-way shot regardless. You're wanting to take over the pocket. But if you make it, you're rewarded. Oh, what a great shot. Tough back cut on this 8 ball. Nice shot there by Kenny. That puts Bob and Kenny up 3-1 against Tristan and Scott. And that should take us back to Bob and Kenny's break here. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Hope you guys are enjoying the commentary with it. Kenny breaking out of the 8-ball scholars there. Another great break. A lot of ball touching. You got a little cluster with those stripes right there. Solids are dead nuts right now. They just take their time here. It's pretty much, like I said, connect the dots and gas pedal to the floor here. That's a good shot there by Bob. Trying to leave him for the 4 there. Play the 4 with a bit of a stun. Come back out towards the 6 ball. Should leave you a shot on the 3. Don't really want to disturb this 2 ball. You want to leave the 5 alone. Kind of want to work those 3 balls. Everything else is sitting out nice and pretty for you. That seems to be the direction that Bob's trying to get Kenny to go here. Playing that 4 ball. If you think of it from this standpoint, yes, you're being aggressive or offensive. That's the proper term I should use. Yes, you're being offensive, but you still leave yourself a pretty fine window. I don't know if I like taking that 2 ball first. I mean, it looks like he created a shot on the 3. Bob doesn't seem to really want to take it. I think he's going to create a little better angle here. I don't know if he got there. Looks like he got there. Just make this 3 ball and you play the 6 to the side. I said it looks like he got there. It looks like it might be kind of close. I think he's got more ball than what he's being given, or what it seems here. Bob acts like he's going to try to get him to take this cue ball off the side round back out center table here. Kenny doesn't seem to like what he's got going on there, so he's taking the 5 ball here. Really got to make sure you get back up into the space. You kind of want to go through that gap at the stripes right there. Not easy. Oh, what a wonderful shot. He hit that ball very, very well. Not quite what they had in mind, but you had a big window for a miss there. You can play that 3 ball to the top left and play it with some inside. if you wanted to. You could also play it with. You want to try to keep, if you're going to keep it simple, you play with a little pocket speed here, just enough to make the ball and try to hold the cue ball right around that side pocket, below where he's at now. Looks like Bob's going to play this 6 ball. Looks like he wants to play it in the side pocket. Which is okay, but you're going to have to control the shape here. Great effort. Trying to use that 11 ball as a crutch. Create a bigger pocket for himself. Got Tristan up here. Pretty routine ball here. Play the ball on the top left. Bring the cue ball back out. I'm going to try to get rid of this 9 ball. Under rolled a hair. Going to want to probably try to get rid of it now. Excuse me. Play it to the side pocket. Nice shot by Scott right there. Great speed. Really opened things up right there. Almost looks like this combo to the side is dead nuts as well. I almost feel like if you can play this combination, you kind of open everything up right there. Again, I don't know exactly what angle they have. They might have to play this ball to the side pocket, come back down and split these 2 balls apart here. Scott tried to utilize all that pocket there to make and break those balls out. That was a pretty good effort. They took the pocket over. Kenny's got a couple options here. Kind of like playing the 6 ball. Play the 6 ball allows you to go, side to side, make everything work out. Chose to play the 3 ball there. That right there is the very reason why I said, maybe you take the 6 ball there. I get, money on the line, pressure there. I get it. I understand that. Bob's going to take the 6 ball. He overcut it. Like I said, I like the 6 ball first there for sure. It's just a minor mistake that I think they're going to pay for out of this. Tristan making that ball to the corner pocket. Play this ball in the bottom right corner. Create yourself a little angle so you can come off the rail on your next shot. Yeah, you should have a little bit of angle there. You don't have to do anything crazy. Honestly, just play a stop shot and make the ball. Let your Let your partner do the work. Another miss there by Tristan. He is not getting much love in this match right now. We got Kenny back up here. Can't tell if he's got the whole ball. If he's got a kick at it. Looks like Kenny's got the pogo stick out here. That's a tough jump here. Like I said, tough jump. You got a long distance jump. You got to hold the cue ball on the table after the jump. This ball in hand for Tristan and Scott here. Pretty basic. Laying that ball on the side, 8 ball in the corner. Takes this race 3-2 once this 8 ball's made. And score is 3-2. Bob and Kenny against Tristan and Scott. Overall, day 1 score so far going into, this is match number 4. 8 ball scholars up 2-1. Looks like we're off to Tristan and Scott's break. Looks like Tristan to break here. Tristan being the first I've seen so far to utilize the center of the box here. He's got action. Balls are broke well. Nothing's touching here. Probably one of the better breaks we've seen so far. Be kind of tough to get up top for the 2 solids on the top rail where he's standing. No right or wrong here, though, if you can figure that out. Both sides are very runnable at this point. Looks like Scott is electing to take the stripes here. I don't hate that either, because you're playing the angle to take it over to the side rail. Allows you to address those balls up top. Everything else is pretty much a go. Oh, watch your speed. And that was a good effort there. I don't know if he's got the what looks like the 15 ball up there. Looks like he's going to go ahead and shoot it. Nice shot there by Tristan. He had plenty of room to work there. Looks like they're going to continue on that end of the table there. You know, if you don't like the angle that you have right now, you could probably shoot this 15 ball in the bottom right. You do kind of have that side pocket in play, but I think you can get enough of this ball that you can take the English and carry it up table. No, looks like what Scott is going to do here. He's going to try to get a little better angle, get back up table. He hit that very well. That works too, so you can play your 14 ball. It'll definitely get you back up there. You can play this with just a touch of outside English. Hit this left-hand side rail and go back up to the rail that Tristan's standing at right now and be in pretty good position. That's a good shot on that 14 ball. He hit that ball well. I think I like playing this ball to the top left first. Then you create your angle to get below the 8 with the next ball. Perfect. So it looks like he's got some angle. It looks like he's going to be able to play off the top rail. Looks like he's going to draw back for this. Might be a little bit more straight in than I believe he is. That's another good stroke. Great shot, great leave. Routine 8 ball. Make it, move on. And that is a run out there by Tristan and Scott. That takes the match tie ball game 3-3. And we're back to Bob and Kenny's break here. One of the closer of the matches we've had. Again, as I said earlier, I hope you guys still are enjoying this stream and the commentary with it. We're looking to put a little bit more of the material out there for you guys. Gives us pool players something to watch, something to enjoy, something to talk about. Another good break by Kenny there, man. I gotta say is if you can get started on those stripes, it's go time. Play this ball to the bottom right, roll the cue ball up, gives you a chance to work on the 14 and the 10 down there. Overrolled a hair much, not hurt at all. Not in the best of positions to try to play a little shape here. I'd say if he was off the rail, you would actually be able to play that ball in the side pocket and draw back. Be able to take those two balls. But we'll see what happens here. Might even keep it simple and just roll the cue ball. Which he did. Rolled it a bit much. Kind of in between. I like kind of leaving him, trying to leave him, you don't quite want to leave him on the rail, but that's about the angle you want. Anything from the rail to about an inch off would have been perfect. They still got to look at it though. Probably play this 14 in the bottom right. You're going to have to take the cue ball up to the top table and hope you miss any of the traffic and get back down where you're supposed to be. See what Bob elects to do here. Looks like he's switching hands. He's a sly old dog. Switch hitting there. Like he had full control just as much as he was shooting with his normal hand. Kind of left a little tough here for Kenny. I do see a shot here that is not of the easiest of shots, but you can kind of go rail first with some inside English and kick that ball to the corner. Also give you an option to try to get that cue ball down the table by doing that. You're not really going to be able to play much of a safe here. You're in one ball haven here and not much to hide behind. I don't really see a route to kicking this ball either. He looks like he's got the angle. When he bridged up, it looks like he's got the angle to try to go through there and kick it, but no easy feat by any means. Almost feels like playing this kick you're kind of selling out a little bit. If you don't make it, you're pretty much leaving a wide open table for your opponent. At least if you go with kind of what I was saying, where you play rail first and plenty of spin, you have a chance of pushing the ball to the pocket, potentially take over the pocket. I mean, at this point, there's no right or wrong. You got to make magic happen here. Oh, what a great effort. What a great effort there. Very good shot. I don't care what your skill level is. I don't care if you are 700 or 500 or below. It doesn't matter. That's a very gallant effort right there. You're in a team money match. Money on the line. Pressure on the line here. Can't ask for any better than that. Looks like Tristan's going to play this ball to the side pocket. Oof. Trying to break those balls out. 2 ball gets up there and makes the 8 ball a little funny. I still think if you are able to get in the right spot here, I still think you can get up to that 8 ball. It'll be kind of tough. There's a lot of traffic. It looks like it's just short enough of the pocket that you're not going to be able to utilize the whole pocket, cheat the pocket, and create a straighter angle if you needed it. I would think if either of these two were to make anything happen, Bob's definitely the higher profile player with the opportunity to do the most. Not taking away from Kenny, just Fargo speak for themselves to everybody's skill level. That was a wonderful shot right there by Bob. I'm pretty sure he left that ball about as good as you're going to leave it. You probably couldn't take ball in hand and place that any better than what he did. Should be plenty of room there for Kenny. I don't see any issue with the 2-ball there. Oh, and he rattled it in the corner. Got Scotty and Tristan up here. Everything's out in the open. Looks like Tristan's going to play the 6-ball. Play the 1-ball to the side. Leave yourself a little better angle for this 4. Or go up table. Either one works. That was a well-struck ball. Left him some angle. Yeah, he's on the rail, but rail won't take too much of effect for him. You can roll this ball to the pocket. You got 2 options. You can leave it for the 5 in the side. You can pull the cue ball out a little bit. I like that. If you leave yourself angle, you can go down table if you need to. If he doesn't have all the angle, you can pretty much play a stop shot and leave the cue ball about a couple inches back, like so. A routine ball here. You just got to make the ball. And the 8-ball's a little deep as long as you don't get too crazy with it. And like that, we've got Tristan and Scott up 4-3 over Bob and Kenny. So far, it's been a very good set. First one in the last 2 that Scotty Doesn't Know has seen the hill. We're back to Scotty and Tristan's break here. Let's see if they have the opportunity for the break and run and to finish the match here. Tristan to break from that same spot, top of the box there. Broke very well in the last break. Another really good break here. Stripes are laid out a little funny up there in the corner pocket. Top left. I still think both sides of the balls look great here. Looks like there's enough separation up top in that top left corner. Looks like everything should go. If you take solids here, the 1-ball's kind of shady. Kind of have to get you have to utilize the 5 to kind of get in between and be able to shoot it back up table there. Like I said, both ends of the balls, they're really looking terrible. Let's see what they do here. See what they choose for picking their own poison here. Looks like Scott elects for that stripe. Left him the angle there. You just got to be careful. You want to make sure the cue ball doesn't take off on you here. And that's a good shot there by Tristan. A little bit of a back cut here. You got to watch that side pocket. Kind of a little bit of a rough angle. You're going to kind of turn this cue ball a little loose here. Don't really want to do just that. You might be able to snag this ball with a little bit of low and carry it further past the side. That was a Good try by Scott there. And we got Kenny at the table now. No, I apologize. We got Bob at the table here now. Again, like I said from the start, both sides look good. One ball's a little fuzzy. If you can figure that one ball out, you're in good shape. If I'm Kenny, I'm taking the 6 ball to the top left, draw it back. As long as you get below your balls here, you're fine. You don't have to do anything crazy. It doesn't need to be a half table draw. Just a few inches. Give yourself some room. Just like that. Great shot. Left him a little angle. He could stun this ball out, carry it down. You don't want to carry it all the way down, but he's got angle to carry it back up towards this bottom rail here. You see him looking at trying to find the angle to play the 5 to get on the 1. As I said, the one ball's only got one pocket. He gave a swing at it. That was a pretty good shot there. Got 2 options. You let the angle. You can play the 3 ball on the side if you need to. Not recommended. I definitely like trying to make work of it from the 5 ball. Pretty much got those balls sitting out. Those are your savior balls. Pretty much made from anywhere on the table. As you can see there, Bob's trying to guide Kenny in that same direction I was just speaking of, trying to get there from the 5 ball. I guess if you pick your window, you're okay. If you don't have the angle to try to kind of force into those balls, you just pick your spot. If you underroll, you've got your other 2 balls to save you. If you overroll, you still got those same 2 balls to save you as well. But it's a big reward if you hit that window. Just a hair much. But like I said, you still are in pretty good shape. Now you just have to figure out how to get back on the same side of the table you're on. And play the 3 ball up to the top left. If you could try to get that cue ball, you want that cue ball to be just a hair above the 7. You want like just enough angle that you can straighten out the cue ball. That was a good shot. Don't know if it quite goes to the corner. If it does, you're going to you'll have to take your medicine here. I mean, you can play that 7 to the bottom right, and you can stun the ball out to, basically to that left-hand side rail from our view. That'll at least lead the bank. If you have the ability to roll the cue ball up just enough so that you can cut the ball up to the top right corner, probably the more ideal shot. Gives you a bigger window. Oh, what a great shot by Kenny there. I'm pretty sure he can see that whole ball. Nice shot there by Bob. A little close to your work there. Not exactly what he had planned for a leave. feel like he tried to do maybe just a hair too much there. I like, again, don't quite know the angle he had. It looked like he might have had to cut the ball to the pocket. If the cue ball goes out to the left-hand side like that. Tough shot left here for Kenny. It's going to be kind of difficult to do anything. Almost kind of like playing this with low right. Make this ball down to the bottom left here. I mean, no matter how you look at it, this is not a comfortable shot. You're on the table from one fellow big man to the other. I'm a big guy, and I know that it's kind of tough to lean over the table like that. When she had the right idea, as I said, we got Tristan and Scott up here for the chance of the set. And I apologize for the yawning here. And Scott's going to shoot this 11 ball, probably with a little bit of outside English. Kind of want to come back on about the angle that the cue ball's already on. Just like that. Good shot. If I'm Tristan here, I'm firing this ball with plenty of outside English. Go 2 rails. He underrolled it just a hair. It's not an awful leave. You can at least go back and forth. You just got to watch this 8 ball here. Great shot on behalf of Scott there. Great leave too. There's 8 ball in the side pocket. And that 8 ball concludes this set. Winners are Tristan and Scott, 5-3 over Bob and Kenny. And we'll be back at you with the next match.